It's all yours.
Hello everyone, thank you for the intro. Welcome back to the Pixel Perfect Marathon. My name is shovelclaws. I'm a variety speedrunner who uses its pronouns. I kind of run everything under the sun, from Sonic to this game. And this game is Little Gator Game. It's a 3D action-adventure game where you play as a very adorable alligator on his quest to impress his big sister by making this massive game. We'll get some into the story, not very much. I'm not going to spoil a lot of it because this game has a very, very cute, adorable story. And I don't want to spoil that for anyone who goes through it. That's because if we go into the controls here, change button mapping, all the way down here, we have a skip dialogue button, which removes all mashing from this game, and we're going to be I'll be holding down that one key basically the entire run. It just skips through dialogue, which we'll see immediately as we start the run, but I'm ready to go. So, time will begin when I create this new game. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, we start out here as this adorable little guy. Look at him. And I'm gonna hop on this seesaw right on over. We have about 30 seconds of intro here. And you can see immediately, boom, all the dialogue just zooming on by. But we create a big, a cute little game with our big sister, and of course every hero has a name that we have to just mash through as quickly as possible. And lots of story stuff here. Basically, as we grow up, we play a very cool little adventure game. You know, the ones you do as kids, inspired by like Legend of Zelda, all sorts of RPG games like that. And eventually, as we grow older, our big sister starts college and she just doesn't have time to play the game anymore. And that's what this game revolves around, is trying to convince our sister to start the game again. We have 3 friends trying to help us on that quest. One is Martin, right up here, and so we're gonna hop over those rocks from before, right over to this guy, just lounging around. He'll have us start up a fetch quest, our favorite kind of quest, of course, and we're gonna grab this pot lid. Why do we need this pot? I don't know. It's fine. So we're just gonna hop back on over. He'll give him a pot lid question mark, and he'll transmute it into a shield. And immediately you can see the biggest movement mechanic in this game. We can shield surf. Shout out to Breath of the Wild, but we'll be using the shield to hop on up this mountain. That climb is way harder than it looks, but hey, easy. And here we'll save Gerald from those 4 monsters. That will come in handy in a little bit. Next, I'm gonna hope to God I don't fall down this. Okay, cool. I fell down that earlier and it was a nightmare right before I was practicing. But we're gonna climb up this mountain, talk to Avery. They want us to make a hat out of 100 craft materials. Craft materials are a very, very important part of this game. They're basically a currency, and we get them by destroying enemies. So, for example, boom, more craft materials. After that, Avery will give us a glider, which doesn't matter, really, because we don't take fall damage anyways. And then we'll grab a stick to help out Jill here, save her from these monsters, and do it real fast. And that's the entire tutorial island done. Real fast, real speedy. We'll come back to our big sister, and she's still not impressed. Not cool enough for her, apparently, according to Gator. That's his whole logic behind this, is that we just need to make it cooler. And in order to make it cooler, we'll have more help from a few of our friends, primarily Tom here, which we'll have a text conversation with, and he tells us he went to the completely wrong place. So he's on the big island behind us. We also talked to the 3 question mark dude, who gave us a bracelet, which completely removes the need for climbing with our shield. Thank God, because that is way harder than it seems. It gives us a stamina meter, which we'll be using to climb from now on. We skip it just because the game gives it to us anyways. It's a lot easier, and also saves some craft materials. There we talk to Esther, which she'll ask us if we want directions, and then we'll shield skip on over to Billy the whale here. He has a bowling ball stuck in his blowhole, and when we let it out, he'll launch us up. And then we'll run away. We'll come back to him in a little bit, because otherwise we're not friends with him. Friends are a big part of this game. They're basically another currency, but we need 35 by the end of the run. So everything is around collecting quick friends while doing the main quest line here. So first is the Prep Kids questline. We have 3 Prep Kids here, Suzanne on the other side of the tree, Antoine right under us, and Jean right here. Jean, first and foremost, wants us to collect a yellow triangle. They're studying economics and the art of the trade. I miss that guy. So we're gonna have to kill all of these blue monsters. It doesn't actually matter. We have to kill all of them anyways. It's like, oh, it's a really rare drop. But as all rare drops do, it drops very last. So we have to kill all of them anyways. I'm going to collect some extra craft stuff just to be safe by destroying some extra monsters, but otherwise, we're going to come on over to these 3 children. They can't figure out what they want to eat, and so we're going to make the decision for them. Easy. And that's 3 really quick friends, and that's a really fast way to progress. I accidentally went way off that cliff, but we're going to hop on around, kill the last of the blue monsters. I said it properly at first and then backtracked, but that gives us half a yellow triangle. It's a grilled cheese. And then we'll talk to Billy to collect him as a friend, and then collect the beach ore. Beach ore is for Suzanne. And here, I'm gonna hope... yes, okay, cool. There we need 500 craft stuffs in order to befriend Sierra and get our first tool. We're gonna do that while chasing this Hercules beetle down for Antoine. Things are moving 10 million miles a minute. But talk to Trish there. Well, we're going to pretend that she's invisible, which will give us another quick friend. And then come off the beaten path here to talk to Pot Kid. We'll let him out of the pot. And okay, cool. I was really scared that the beetle here despawned. But we have all 3 of the main quests here done. So, first and foremost, I'm going to mash really hard on this beach ore, because when we do, we'll be able to create a very powerful Paleolithic weapon. And this is the only point of mashing in the game. However, the devs are going to update the auto attack, because this game does have an auto attack if you hold it down, to always be full speed, which it's been a bit, but we'll get there hopefully one day. Then we'll talk to Antoine. They thank us for getting the beetle, and then we'll talk to Jean and trade with Avery for a platter. Avery just shows up out of nowhere. I don't know what they're doing, but then we'll talk to Jill again, and boom, main quest done. And that's the entire forest sequence. We had 3 main quests, as I said, so one of the 3 done, 2 left, and we're gonna immediately head on over to the next quest. By talking to Sierra earlier and spending 500 craft stuff, we got the shuriken, which is just a ranged weapon which allows us to defeat these cardboard monsters. And we'll use that to clean up the tea party here for Carol and Tiffany. And then we'll hop on over to the next area, stopping along the way to save Robin here. Robin is surrounded by monsters. He's very scared, but we'll take him on out real fast. That was super clean, actually. I've been struggling with that in practice. And then climb on over to the water park. The water park houses our next main quest, where we'll talk to Martin and his gang of cool kids. And they think they're all too cool for water parks, which, how? But we're gonna convince them that water parks are actually cool. So, that's what this quest revolves around. Along the path here, just heading on over to a few quests, we want to see this guy, Joe. This guy runs around, and when we talk to him, he asks us which pose is coolest. All 3 of them work, so it doesn't actually matter. But all walk cycles in this game are completely random, and so we have to catch him on the right path. Additionally, we'll clean up the monsters from this roof to help Mr. I couldn't read that name fast enough. And then we threw a shuriken in the distance to impress a chess player with our skills of destroying the chessboard. That's a pretty cool tactic, right? I don't know how many chess players are in chat, but, you know, try it out. Here we'll talk to Cade and Marlo. Cade is self-conscious because when he dives into water, he becomes a fluffy bull and doesn't want to ruin his chances with Marlo. However, Marlo loves fluffy bulls. And then also we'll talk to Lucas here. Let's watch Power Fighters on DVD. You can't avoid that. Lucas wants advice on how to make himself seem cooler to Martin. And we'll just tell him, be yourself. It's chill. We'll hop on over to the waterfall here. Oh no, I didn't collect my stamina back. And, please, yes! Oh my god, that was so close. Anyways, hop on over to the waterfall, collect those spikes? Teeth? I don't know what they are. Also, slight flashing lights warning here. The camera angle just changes a million times a minute. And then We have here an Ace Attorney LA Noir sequence where we accuse each other. It's just truth, or it's truth, lie, doubt. So it's just a bunch of mashing. I won't spoil the story behind it, but here we'll talk to Becca, give her back her spikes, teeth, because she's missing them, and then hop on over to, I didn't talk to Jada here. Anyways, Jada wants us to cut some grass because she's trying to save Magnolia, this little tree. And the grass will help us create a support, and then head on over to the water up here, and then back on down. For some reason, the tree needs fresh water when... Look. And then destroy this sign. One thing that we unlocked a little bit earlier today, or earlier in this run, that I haven't mentioned yet, is the bubblegum. The bubblegum is a very, very useful tool because it allows us to basically double and triple jump. So we'll use it here to hop on up this ledge. Make it close. Okay, I didn't fall all the way down, which is better than doing that. So all three of these guys have been convinced that water perks are actually cool and that we're cool by extension. So we're gonna turn on the water, and boom, that's the second quest done. We just have one more to go, and far this run's been going pretty well. I haven't made too many mistakes. I've just had bad movement, which is okay because this game's movement is really hard to master. Okay, here typically I get Madeline, but Madeline's too far away right now, so we'll get her later. Here we're going to use Billy's blowhole, and that will allow us to climb up this mountain real fast. There we go, right on up here. Because at the top of this mountain is Avery. Avery's gang of theater kids all want a part of our game, but they all want different things. Avery wants a restaurant, Velma wants a cowboy western, and then Andromeda wants a space theme. And then here, Esma wants a vampire gothic theme. So we're gonna try to convince all of them that they can all be part of our game, because we include everyone here. So Esma wants some ice cream from this ice cream guy, and long story short, we don't have enough money, so we're gonna have this very long text conversation, the outcome of which is just our big sister giving us all the money we need. And then we'll bring it on back. That looked weirdly red for ice cream. What flavor is this, actually? Hold on, I want to check just in case. Oh, cool. Black cherry. We're fine. Alright, so we're going to enjoy some ice cream with Esma and then try to leave the cave. Oops, we can't. We're vampires, after all. But it's fine. We're very fast, so we can head on out of the cave and everything is okay. Next, we'll talk to Zoo, who replaces our bubblegum but wants us to skip a rock. And that's another quick friend. Unfortunately, because he replaces the bubblegum with that rock, we won't be able to use it for a little bit as we talk to Andromeda here. Andromeda is just having us defeat the space aliens, which look strangely like us. If I could hit them. Yes, there we go. He'll give us the Space Blaster, which is basically just a much faster weapon. There we go. Talk to him one more time, take out the UFO, and the aliens are defeated. There we go. And after talking to Andromeda for this last time, I'm going to go into the menu here and equip the bubblegum again. Just because the bubblegum is actually that useful. It's like the thing we kind of route around. You don't really need it in the forest, which is why we don't take it, don't use it until here. Also, shout out to Twig here. Twig just wants us to do a cool flip. Twig is also the most beloved character in the game. So, you know. Then we're gonna comfort Louisa after they fell. And then here we have a big cycle test. If you're unlucky, this cycle can be really hard to make. And we kind of missed it. Usually you want all three of them to be in the center here, right where you talk to Velma. But Velma just wants us to round up her, I think it's nephews? I'm not sure. But just round up those 3 cow kids and we'll be all good. Here, Tanner wants us to take out the pots, but only the fake ones. I can't quite remember why. I think he's scared of them, but I also don't want to paint Tanner as a coward, so we're gonna do one of the last climbs of this game. No, make it, no! Climbing in this game is very tricky, especially with only 1 bar of stamina. You can get unlimited stamina, but you have to find the bracelet guy in the highest parts of the world. over and over again. But all of the theater kids are reunited once more. They're all like, yeah, we can all be part of this game. We'll make a juice bar that's run by vampires, is in space, and has space technology, and I forget what the cow part of it is. It's fine. Play the game for yourself. You'll figure it out. But with all of these main quests done, we'll head on over to the Playground Town, which is a location we haven't seen yet because it's much faster to just immediately go to the forest than it is to stop by here, talk to Tom. Tom here wants us to construct this awful-looking shack. I'm sorry, Gator, you just have no creativity. Which is why we needed those 3 main quests in the first place. All of our friends will help make this town something really special, and when we make it, surely that will impress our big sister. This master plan needs 35 people to help us out. So, I am 1 short. That's... How do I back this up? Oh, I have, okay. Well, knowing friend locations in this game is pretty good, because I had missed someone. Oh, I missed Madeline. I never got Madeline. Okay, awkward, but we'll go off the beaten path and head on over to this guy. You're not supposed to see this guy. Gunther wants to be our sidekick, but he gets really tired after walking for a little bit. And so, boom. That guy used to be in my route, but shout out to Glint and Bites, who absolutely destroyed the route in this game. But, okay, cool, that's fine. That's never happened before. So, we'll build the town square, the cathedral, and the restaurant, and also the castle in the background there, and then go to show our big sister. Whew, that was dangerous, but hey, it's all good. We're still fine. We have this one last sequence, and time will be shortly. It's about 1 or 2 minutes from now. This whole flashback sequence is really just a big skill check of how fast you can shield surf. So, we're gonna try our best. And of course I hit the wall immediately after saying that, because I could just never catch a break in this run, huh? Oh, good. This game is so fun to run. It just has such good movement. It's like kind of wild, because this is one of the games with like the best movement systems in the past year. It released late last year, and it's awesome. I would really, really recommend everyone try it out. It's only $20, which I know is a bit expensive, but it's a very short game. It has a lot of replayability too, especially in speedrunning. If I could make it up this mountain, please. All right. But yeah, this game's really, really great. I'd highly recommend it. The writing is so cute, and thankfully, we skipped most of it. So, you didn't see too much, only what I told you. But it made me laugh out loud, and in 3, 2, 1, time! Alright. So, that's Little Gator Game. That big flashback is the last sequence, and we don't have to watch any of the credits. But, as for me, just shout out to the Gator Game community. This game is really, really cool. It has a lot of great movement. It doesn't have any like tricks, big glitches. It's a lot of routing and being good in movement. So it's not a very glitch heavy game. It's really, really easy to get into speedrunning. Literally all I did was play it for the first time, 100% complete it, start speedrunning it. It's that easy. It's really, really difficult. It has a really high skill ceiling, but it isn't hard to get into. It's one of those games that's really easy to play, really hard to master. So I'd highly recommend everyone at least play this game, because it's so cute. It's definitely worth the $28. Otherwise, I have a run in like an hour. I have 2 runs today. So I won't waste my time with shoutouts. You can find me everywhere as shovelclaws. I'm mainly on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, all as shovelclaws, just one word. Otherwise, that's it for Little Gator Game. I guess I ended this as a vampire with a big leaf on his back, so is what it is. But thank you so much for watching, and take it away.
That was adorable. It was such a lovely little game. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing that with us.
Of course.
we are going to be continuing our little cute block. Because up next we have got QT, which is actually a horror game, but it is the cutest horror game you will ever see. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to a short intermission, and we'll be right back, because that is going to be ran by Pico.